let's talk a little Underdog Fantasy here. You should get over to Underdog Fantasy, folks, because I know I already did, one of their ad reads, but so if you get over there, underdogfantasy.com, find them in the App Store and sign up with the promo code SGPN. You can double your first deposit up to $100, right? Well, me and NC Nick have decided to look at some of these props that we like. NC Nick, one that jumped out to me right away was estimate over 85.5 yards.
I just mentioned, I think he's going to break 100. So I like that for sure.
Yeah. Now, he might have this in the first quarter.
We have to mention that you have to parlay these. You have to parlay at least 2.
Yeah.
Or more to better your odds. I like that a lot.
So I have 3 here that I'm just going to rattle off. Then I'll let you tell the people yours. Okay. I like Marshawn Lloyd. He's a transfer from South Carolina. I expect him to get a rushing touchdown at some point. I think USC is going to, score a ton of points in this game. So at some point they're going to have a rushing touchdown. Now I know he's going to be splitting time with the Stanford transfer Jones, but you don't bring in Marshawn Lloyd from South Carolina without trying to get him some shine. So I'm going to take the over on a half a rushing touchdown.
I like that too.
You got to figure they're going to score in the 50s. So it's like, let's say they get, 8 touchdowns. Can their starting running back, get one of the 8 touchdowns?
Well, USC's implied total is 49 for this game. That has an over.
I like the over on that.
An over under of 66.5. So yeah, Vegas thinks there's going to be about 7 touchdowns by USC. And I would say, I think I saw that was it 3 touchdowns or 3.5 touchdowns by Caleb Williams, that over under. So I would say like 3 or 4 of the touchdowns will be passing, and then 2 or 3 probably will be rushing. So I like Marshawn Lloyd's chances of finding pay dirt.
Yeah. Okay. And then my third guy, because I'm going with a 3. I'm parlaying 3. Jacoby Jones is a wideout for the Ohio Bobcats. Ohio
big play threat.
Yeah, and 48.5 receiving yards. This guy was a strong contributor. Now I know they have a lot of weapons, so it's a little. This one I actually feel is the least one I trust out of the 3. But if you look at his game logs, it's kind of a lock. I get it. Like San Diego State's got good defense. They got a good secondary, but
they do.
I still feel like, this could be one catch.
Yeah,
this could be one catch. Yeah,
he's a hit or miss guy. He's a big play threat. So I like your other 2 plays better, but I think this one could certainly hit as well.
So that's what I'm doing. Tell me about your underdog plays.
First thing, Tracy Howard in the chat says, "Are we going to get updates on your season-long fantasy league?" Yes, you definitely will, Tracy. Now remember, our week-long fantasy doesn't start till week 1. So even though there's some players on our teams that play week 0, those points won't count. So yeah, stay tuned. You'll hear more about that next week. But I have 3 plays that I like also. We'll start with Diego Pavia, the quarterback for New Mexico State. I like over 36.5 rushing yards. He last year. And so last year the team was kind of platooning 2 quarterbacks through the first half of the year. Then he kind of took the reins and took charge and was the main guy. In the last 6 games, he ran for 50+ yards in 5 of the 6 games. Specifically, the game against UMass, who they're playing this weekend, he ran for over 50 yards in that game, and he only played 2.5 quarters. So I think Pavia is a dual threat quarterback who's definitely going to get more than 36.5 yards on the ground.
Yeah, I look, he's this guy. First off, shout out to him because I do believe I might have tweeted something negative about one of his plays last year from the TCE account. And I think he told me to go fuck myself. What?
Just blame it on Noah.
Yeah, there we go. Noah, what the hell are you doing? No. Anyway, look, fair. Look, we welcome that. All right. If anything, that makes me like you more. Diego Pavia.
Call us out.
I think he's a former wrestler that became a quarterback. He's gutsy, man, and he's just the type of guy Jerry Kill wants at quarterback. So I like that. So there you go. There you go. No,
right, my second
crazy
guy,
bastard.
Receiver for Hawaii, Jonah Pinoki, if I'm pronouncing that right. If I'm not, sorry. Higher, more than 43.5 receiving yards. I think he's Hawaii's main, threat as a receiver. I think they're going to be playing from behind against Vanderbilt. They're going to have to pass a lot. He caught 7 catches for 101 yards in the game against Vanderbilt last year. And remember, that was game number 1 with Timmy Chang's offense and game number 1 playing with the quarterback Shager, who only played, I think, 2/3 of that game or something.
Brendan Shager bombs.
Let's go. So I like Pinoki to get over, what did I say? 43.5 yards. Come on. No brainer.
Yeah. I think that one's a really good play. Cause like I said, I think the floodgates will open. They'll be down by late 3rd. Vandy's going to get the thing up to 28, maybe, 27, something like that. And then Hawaii's just going to be throwing that ball every play.
And last one I'll throw out there, Will Shepherd, the wide receiver 1 for Vandy. We'll get to this, the main slate, but I think the main slate is lacking top-notch receivers, like true number 1s. I think Sam Wigluth is a true number 1 for Ohio, and I think Will Shepherd is a true number 1 for Vandy, who is criminally underpriced in DraftKings this slate. I wonder if Colby's rostering him, but I think he's going to have more than 58.5 receiving yards also.
Let's go, folks. Make sure I'm telling you, Underdog Fantasy has just bargain shopping if you like DFS stuff, guys. So get on over there and take advantage. Folks, look, I want to tell you before we get to our night slate or my whole day slate. And I see the chat rolling along talking stuff. But look, I want to tell you that the College Football Experience DFS show for week 0 is brought to you by DraftKings. Yes, we've waited all year long and the time has finally arrived. All right. We've been waiting. How many fucking episodes have I done? I am so sick of we got college football here and everything that we love that makes college football unique, baby. The traditions, the tailgates, the fight songs, and the great offers from DraftKings Sportsbook. Right now, new customers can score $200 in bonus bets instantly when they bet just $5 on any college football bet. So kick off the season with DraftKings Sportsbook. Download that app now. Use the promo code SGP. And like I said, take Jacksonville State and boom, bet your little $5 and you get $200 back. What are you doing? And whatever you make, don't bet $5. Bet more. All right. But if you only have $5,
bet whatever you can afford. Bet responsibly.
There we go. NC Nick, the responsible one here. New customers once again can score $200 in bonus bets instantly when they bet just $5 on any college football bet. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with the promo code SGP. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. State specific responsibility. Gambling resources. Bonus bets expire with 7 days within issuance. Eligibility and deposit restrictions apply. Terms at sportsbook.com/. Terms at sportsbook.draftkings.com/football terms.
There we go.
We're also brought to you by SGP Sports Gambling Podcast. Yes, the Patreon. Make sure to check out our Patreon. Sign up for the Patreon to get access to exclusive contests, including the NFL win totals contest with $1,000 first place prize. The guys just recorded their first sports gambling podcast, stories podcast. Yeah, just for the patrons, chronicling the birth of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. There's even a Discord channel just for the patrons. The Sports Gambling Podcast has and always will give out their picks for free. The Patreon's just a great way to support the network and fight back against those scumbags, corporate gamblers. You know, those scumbags. They're the enemy. All right. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Patreon. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Patreon. All right, we are back, and now we're ready to kick ass. And once again, we invite you to come play DFS with us, folks. NC Nick, give him a follow on Twitter at NC__NICK. He's gonna have it going there. Shout out to Jake Pakeman, who says DK has a 100% boost for the Notre Dame game. You can get Aldrich anytime at +105. Holy shit!
On that.
Get over there right now, Jake Pakeman doing the Lord's work.